Hey, Ed Gregory from Photos in Colour, and today's featured artist is Oliver Oettli from Switzerland. Now, Oliver calls himself a headshot and portrait photographer. However, the featured project that we've got on the blog is actually this incredible kind of high fashion concept piece where he's got flour and colouring and he's thrown it at some models, and it looks like they're appearing out of this huge cloud of smoke. So before we get into the review, here's a few little things about Oliver that you might want to know. He's from Switzerland. He's a self-taught photographer. He actually says that he started photography because he didn't have a job and he didn't have an education. So he learned how to do it basically, and he is fantastic. Now, a few things about him: is a corporate photographer, so he shoots businesses and things like that, and we're going to have a look at that in a moment, not the project that's on the blog. But he likes cats more than dogs. He's a sunset kind of a guy. He likes both coffee and water. He's into women. He likes both fruit and chocolate, as do we all. He said that he used to be into nights out, but now he's into nights in because he's married and he has children. Good for him, child. He loves Thai food, and his most exciting city he's been to is Hong Kong and Ulaanbaatar. Where that is, I'm not quite sure. And the one thing that he said. What was my question? One thing never to leave out of your camera bag. He said gaff tape. Basically, he says it could be more important than your camera itself. So let's have a quick look at his work. We're going to look at a quick look at the project that's on Photos in Colour on the blog, but also just at his overall work on his site. So these are the ones that I was talking about, these spectacular images where there's just powder flying all over these models who are made up beautifully. They made these outfits themselves as well, and unbelievably these images were made for a Christmas card. This is this work that he did for a Christmas card. It was a huge shoot, apparently. It took a long time to prepare. So his usual work is completely different to this. So this is his usual work over at Oliver Oettli.ch or .com, either works. I'll post the link in the description below. But you can see his work is very corporate, so he's got everything from business portraits like so, which is actually done really beautifully. Probably just one light here, maybe just a beauty dish to get this image really nice, and probably a light from the background, unless that was done in post-production. But really, really well. I know he's done some shoots for Swarovski as well out in Switzerland. This one here is from Mongolia, and he has a whole section out in Mongolia which is just beautiful images. So what I've done is I've actually downloaded his portfolio here, so we can just have a quick look through his work. It's really nice stuff. This was for some restaurant or something. Really, really great conceptual photographer. But also this is kind of flying through the streets of Italy. Is really nice color grading on the black and white. Then again, we've got his business, very corporate but really, really wonderful. Shooting low here. He's probably a CEO or a CFO of somewhere, hence his very powerful shot with this background. Really, really well done. And he seems to try and put the people in their situation. So he's obviously very powerful. This is a very more relaxed man, I would say, in his business, but also he obviously shoots for corporate magazines and things like this here is perfect for that. He's photographed some banking as well. What I will say about his shots, one thing he really manages to do is get some beautiful focus. He really manages to capture the focus. So this is very industrial but very clean. He's really good with his whites. Everything looks clean and fresh, which is really nice. As we go through, he's obviously shot lifestyle stuff, so this is more restaurant and probably editorial stuff maybe here. This is the Swarovski shoot. His internal architecture shoots is really beautiful. I don't know if he did it in one shot or that's multiples, but again, fantastic work. Some jewelry in there as well. Some more lifestyle stuff, people in there. I mean, this is completely different to the fashion shoot that he did for his Christmas cards. Clearly a talented photographer. These are scientists or fishers just here. But again, look at the crispness that he's managed to capture in this guy scuba diving here. Maybe he was traveling or it was for a feature. Probably for a feature. And considering he's self-taught, his work is fantastic. I mean, his client list as well. Oh, these are fun down here. So this is obviously advertising that he's been working on now. Yep, so this is more of this cafe. In fact, I know on his Facebook page, you can see some behind the scenes stuff about how he created this as well. And then some editorial stuff at the end. So we're so happy to have him on Photos in Colour as one of our featured artists. So that's my look at Oliver Oettli. I think his work is great, especially the project that I chose. So head over to photosincolor.com, have a read of the blog and see his work. It really is great, and he gives some great insights into how he created the project. Some behind the scenes photographs and everything. Please subscribe to this channel. We've got loads more things coming. And also head over to Facebook and like our page over there. Also, we've got a photo of the day competition running every single day, and who knows? Compete, you might win. Just head over to the website and you can see how you can enter. So this is Ed Gregory for photosincolor.com.